The Texas border battle is heating up. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Unwoke Thoughts. Today, we are once again talking about our southern border over there in the great state of Texas, where Greg Abbott and the Texas National Guard are at a standoff with the Department of Justice, Department of Homeland Security, the Biden administration. As you've probably already heard, the Supreme Court in Biden's lawsuit against Texas has ruled in favor of Joe Biden, where Amy Coney Barrett was one of the deciding votes. Yes, that's crazy, right? The Trump appointee, Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett ruled in favor of the Biden administration, allowing this mass immigration into our country. Millions upon millions of illegal immigrants have come into our country over the past 3 years under Biden's watch. And they ruled in favor of Biden, but that's not all. It does not stop there, because it looks like Greg Abbott in Texas, even though the Supreme Court ruled against them, they're saying, I'm sorry. We're Texas. This is our border. The Biden administration, Department of Justice, Department of Homeland Security is not doing anything to stem this flow of legal immigrants into the country. So I'm sorry, your order is not going to be recognized. As you can see here, Texas vows to secure the border, deter illegal crossings despite SCOTUS ruling against razor wire barriers. And these razor wires, of course, are the barriers that the Biden administration claim are getting in the way of their agents. So they have to cut them down, and they have to cut the razor wires, which are deterrents of migrants from coming over the border. But as you see right here, this is the Department of Homeland Security, the border agents raising up the razor wire and allowing immigrants to flow across the border. So the Biden administration, they say that the razor wire is getting in the way of them doing their jobs. But why is their job raising the razor wire and allowing illegal immigrants over the border? How is that their job? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Their job is to deter illegal immigration, but they are doing quite the opposite. But Texas Attorney General Paxton promised that the fight is not over after the Supreme Court ruled on Monday that the Biden administration could give Border Patrol agents the go-ahead, I think they meant, to cut down extra security the state government had put in place. The Texas AG told Fox Digital in a statement, the Supreme Court's temporary order allows Biden to continue his illegal effort to aid the foreign invasion of America. He said, quote, the destruction of Texas's border barriers will not help enforce the law or keep American citizens safe. The fight is not over, and I look forward to defending our state's sovereignty. And here is a tweet by Greg Abbott, right here from the man himself, the governor of Texas, where he says the Texas National Guard continues to hold the line in Eagle Pass, Texas. Texas will not back down from our efforts to secure the border in Biden's absence. And here are a couple pictures of the Texas National Guard securing our southern border. Yes, look at all that beautiful razor wire right there. They call it concertina wire. I guess that's the technical term for it. But I like calling it razor wire because, honestly, I didn't even know concertina wire existed until this whole debacle between Biden and Greg Abbott. So I guess, there's something good came out of this whole situation. I learned what concertina wire was. Concertina wire is razor wire. Yes. The more you know, right? But, quote, the Texas National Guard continues to hold the line in Eagle Pass, Texas. We will not back down from our efforts to secure the border in Biden's absence. The Supreme Court justices came to a 5-4 decision on Monday after Biden administration sent an emergency request to decide if the Texas state government could add extra border security with razor wire near Eagle Pass, a thoroughfare that has been a hot spot for illegal immigration on the U.S.-Mexico border. The two conservative members of court who sided with the president were the Chief Justice John Roberts. Yes, that is a stake to the heart, but the one that really is a stake to my heart is the one that was appointed by Donald Trump, Justice Amy Coney Barrett. They joined the three more liberal justices to allow the federal government to resume removal of the razor wire that had started back in 2023. An ongoing legal battle between the state of Texas and the Biden administration has taken after the Texas AG sued the federal government in October for removing the razor wire that had been put in place. This is a tweet from Clay Higgins, the representative. He said, media, Congressman Higgins, the Supreme Court just ruled in favor of the Biden administration over the state of Texas, saying that the federal government can remove physical barriers at the border put in place by Texas. What are your thoughts? Now let's see, what are his thoughts, I wonder. He says, my thoughts are that the feds are staging a civil war and Texas should stand their ground. You know, I agree with that. This is Texas's border. I mean, it's not just the United States border. This is Texas's border. The federal government, the Biden administration, is supposed to be doing the job that Texas has decided to take it on themselves to do, to stem this flow of illegal immigrants and not allow just an open border, anybody in the world to come over. So that's what Greg Abbott did. He said, I'm going to mobilize the Texas National Guard, and we are going to take it upon ourselves, a job that the federal government is supposed to do. We're going to take it on ourselves to make sure this massive influx of illegal immigration is brought to a halt, or at least slowed a little bit. But the Biden administration, they didn't like that. They like the massive invasion of illegal immigrants into the country for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, you can speculate and pontificate all day why the Biden administration wants so many illegals. And there's all sorts of conspiracy theories. But the bottom line is it's not good for the country. Millions and millions of unregistered individuals, we don't know who they are, coming over our border. I don't think anybody can make a good case for why that is good for the country. But here are the Texas National Guard right here. They respond to the Supreme Court's order to remove the razor wire in Eagle Pass by installing even more. So they are saying F you to the Biden administration and the Supreme Court. That's a bold move. But you know what? Sometimes bold moves are needed. Just because it's a law or it's an order does not mean it's just. And in this case, I believe it's not just. I believe there are some dirty things going on in the Department of Justice, Department of Homeland Security, the Biden administration, to say the least. So seeing Governor Abbott saying Texas will not back down and defend its border, to me, that's just incredible. And it's a bold move, and it's a very risky move by Governor Abbott, but I think he is making the right decision. But what do you guys think? Why do you think the Biden administration is actively aiding and abetting illegal immigrants to come into the country? Why do you think that's happening? Tell me. Why aren't they doing their job? Why is the Department of Homeland Security, Department of Justice, why aren't they actually doing their job and attempting to stem this flow of illegal immigrants into the country? Tell me. What do you think about Greg Abbott saying that he will not follow the order of the Supreme Court? What do you think about that? Let me know down below in the comments. Like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until then, I will see you on the next one.